all pretty straightforward. And Timber saw Alchemist mid lane without any ogre, any help whatsoever. How's this gonna go?
It's okay till level 6, I guess, for Alk. It's not the worst matchup in the world, but that's kind of straight farm. I honestly think it's a pretty boring matchup in some ways. Slightly Timbersaw favored, but again, Alk has the jungle. He'll just fall back and farm some jungle camps if he ever feels like he needs some help.
Well, this should be a more interesting...
Just got one tower hit.
Yeah, but... Oh! This is pretty damn scary. He has a salve, so he'll use that.
I thought for a second he pulled him close enough to get maybe multiple tower hits, and it could have been a first blood.
Yeah.
Nicely played by Bulba.
This is the whole ranged versus melee thing. Yeah. Played out perfectly here by Liquid.
That's why you run the Rubik in the offlane as well. Good luck getting close enough to Blade Fury. This is what Escape need to do. Just use the pull camps. Ooh, that right click hurts.
Oh, that hurts a lot. And that is oh yeah, first blood. Yapster gets it with the spear still in the end. Yeah. Very nicely done.
They got baited with there. It was really nice by Escape. They used the tree line to get into melee range, and inside of Liquid thought they were creep pulling, but instead of securing the creep neutral last hits, they actually went for the kill there. It was a very intelligent game from Escape.
In the meantime, on the top lane, Kezu's in a little bit of a pickle here. He has got cogs available, but doesn't really want to put them out because Matulaman will just continue hitting him.
Don't want to get caught inside.
It's in pain.
Salve up, but good damage to Matu on the support role. But it's one of those things, it sounds odd to swap from like carry to 5 position, but if there's any role that you know best as a carry, it's the 5 position support, because that's a hero that's always in lane with you.
You know exactly what you would need as a core, so
it's not too hard to adjust to this role just based on playing the carry.
Oh, the double shackle, mind control gets it. I'm not sure if it's enough to kill the kill though, but yeah, it is. Alchemist doing quite a bit of damage to mind control. Mind control does not have a single point in win run. Let's see if he'll need it or not. I don't think so. Cinderin decides to switch targets and then decides to just run off altogether, realizing his team is not backing him up anymore, and he's kind of outnumbered and
Clarity got cancelled though. He walked in the acid, lost his clarity, so he won't have mana for another lift.
No, he's no longer chasing either. In the meantime, on the top lane, we have a rotation. Yapsor coming in to try and help deal with the Matuma and takes off his clarity. Yep. Yeah, there we go. He has boots
he gets
versus
a lot
no
of movement speed.
Oh, dude, he is actually punching so hard. He's got double damage basically. That's enough to one more punch. Yeah. Oh, actually, hello Kazu with the flare taking the last hit. That's actually really nice to get that to the offlaner.
Just good ET play using the Astra well, and bottom lane Era will find a kill with the help of Roga. So one of the things you got to do, you want to, as much as your mass melee lineup looks like it should have weak lane. If anything, these heroes are really strong in the lane stage because they've got these low-level spells that make up for the fact they're melee by being very powerful. ET with his early Astral plus Stomp, the Astral giving you the bonus movement speed, Clockwork Cogs being really strong, and we're seeing Clockwork now go in looking for another kill.
Yep, the Superman should not have an escape there.
Nope.
They do get to lift on Clockwork. Do they have any extra backup, or is it just right-clicking all the way, and do they have enough damage? Well, they do. I think they do. Yep, a lot more hit needed, and it's the drove that gets the kill.
But yeah, getting the kills with the Ogre Jug duo as well as the Clock ET. Fortunately, its kills exchanged. Yeah. And Timbersaw continues to win his mid by a small margin. Alk at least, like I said, we'll get some farm here.
We have the Wind Ranger. It's actually, she already died twice. It's kind of problematic, I think.
Not great. Not a hero you want to have struggling. You want to get farm on the offlane Wind Ranger. That's why they had Bulba down there as well.
Yeah. Well, Matuma Man rotates to the bot lane. Doesn't want to deal with that Clockwork anymore. We'll deal with Cinderin instead.
He wants to dodge the ET. That ET is such a nuisance for him.
Level 3 spin on the Juggernaut. That's a lot of damage. And there's still no boots on Wind Ranger, nor on the Dazzle. The Juggernaut does have boots, almost phase even. If he makes it to the secret shop, to the side shop, he would have phase. So there's no escape once he starts to get on them.
Seems Liquid just want to get Drow 6. They actually leave Drow like alone up top almost with that in mind. But with that said, leaving Drow alone is leaving Drow alone, which makes her very vulnerable. One Astral Stomp landing is her death. Mid lane for some harass here is Timbersaw. No, he's out. It's not level 6 yet.
Middle tower is under attack.
And he can easily tank the creep wave with the reactive armor.
Yeah, there's 34 last hits on the Timber Saw. Of course, we're sitting on 16. The difference is overwhelming. Miracle does have some extra harass coming in. He's now surrounded by 3 heroes. In comes the Stomp and the Stun. But for the moment, let's see if he can get out. He's doing so much damage to these heroes. They can't even go for him 3-1, and they have to run away just in case Miracle decides to make a play for it.
Oh, welcome to Timbersaw.
Oh, definitely not a fat Timbersaw.
Yeah, before he's got items and levels, he only had the 2 points in each skill.
Yeah, it's enough.
Hulk desperate for that level 6, and Timber will even draw the creeps to him as he goes to grab the rune, so... Looking like a very easy, fun lane for Miracle.
Oh, Batuma man still doesn't have boots and doesn't get the heal off. Well, does, but doesn't have a grave, so he is gone for a Miracle says, I'll take that kill though, thank you very much.
Worth it to Liquid ultimately.
Okay.
Support for offlaner, support who's just a dazzle.
Oh, Miracle. I got a feeling that this Timbersaw.
How long till Young God life?
Oh, that's the question, right?
It really feels like he's gonna go 10-0 this game.
Oh, he's definitely on the way to it. He's just out of control, and he's not even. You know, you look at the levels. He's like, oh, he's the same level as a Juggernaut. It's fine. You look at the net worth, and yeah, sure, he's a little bit ahead, but you know, he's just fine. But he is so good against the heroes that Escape has.
Yeah. It's like it's the Timbersaw game. That's where this pick is just fantastic with all the melee heroes, the strength hero of Alchemist, and we're gonna have what should be an explosive game from Miracle. It's his turn to shine. He's been put in these positions where he's often kind of getting forced to, like his Invoker games where he had a rough lane and he's forced to split push, maybe not have the high impact games he's used to, but this is his game to truly shine.
Finally, no Ogre Magi to make his life miserable.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for this for quite a while. It should be a fun game, unless you're an Escape fan, in which case it might be quite painful. But that being said, it is fairly obvious where Liquid is putting the focus, and maybe that for Escape is the way for them to deal with it. Maybe they can. Would you either work around it, or try to focus more on the Timbersaw, or
for
just...
now work around it?
Yeah.
Just try and feed off of the Wind Ranger, the Drow. Stay away from the Timbersaw. He's just that problematic, that hard to gank. You don't have maybe a level 2 Omni Slash. You can start considering ganking him, but you need to just create room for out.
Synderen finds himself in a position where he wants to teleport out, but he won't be able to. Dominating. Gotta get 9 before he loses godlike, guys. There's only 5 to go.
Yeah, it's feeling like by 20 minutes he's going to be godlike.
There's definitely a chance of that. He's just gonna be very difficult to kill.
He's scouting for the Alch stacks as well as just the ultimate farming in general. Good news for Alch is he finds his Bounty. He's really going to be quick for salvation. Finding Bounty runes, farming his jungle. He's going to find some way to get up to that Radiance.
And a hook shot. That is something that Escape fan needs. These pickups, get the dazzle. You know, get those little perfect kills that you can take.
They add up. When you see a 6-6 kill score, makes it look a bit more even than it is. But it's not all bad for Escape. They are free farming the Juggernaut. The Alchemist is getting enough farm. Armlet at 9 minutes in is not too shabby by any means. So this is still a manageable game for Escape.
Well, they might be able to try to go on the Superstar here. Miracle does want to make a play on Synderen. Can he get it? He gets stopped. Maybe Era goes for the Blade Fury rather than anything else. There's another Timber Chain. He's taking his bottle as well. Goes to the low ground. He is just playing with them at this time, but perhaps they can bait him in further with Synderen's low life. He's teleporting out. He's teleporting out. There's nothing to stop it. He's fine. Even the Omni Slash doesn't interrupt it anymore, so he's out.
And wouldn't have done enough damage. He had very high armor there. Even if he found him immediately and went for the Omni Slash, he probably would have survived there.
You're incorrect. There was a tower
that's first
dying.
tower.
That was the first tower.
8 to 11. That was in the off lane too. That's like not the tower you expected. They're down, but oh well. So yeah, it's Miracle putting on a bit of a show there. Didn't quite get the Ogre kill, but I think he knew it would have been his own death if he went for it. Nice chain stun.
Oh, very nice indeed. He still has Omni Slash. We'll go for it. Gets in control and gets a kill as well.
Okay.
At least Des will get the right click afterwards. A little bit of extra gold from Matuma Man. He'll like that one. Gets hooked upon. Kazu gets the minus armor with the Shadow Weave coming from Matuma Man, who just continues a right clicking. He knows the carry roll well, and he'll try to do it from a dazzle point of view if he can.
He's trying to get them.
He's trying to get there. One step at a time, guys. He's also gonna buy wards.
He's like, I got the drow, or I can be a right clicker. That's a thing.
I mean, this is definitely a lot of damage coming out from him. Let's see, 100 and... changing, I can't...
I think Drow's being ganked the top lane. They changed because the Drow lost the bonus.
That makes sense. I was curious about that. But he gets the grave, so Matuma Man actually rotated to help out. Matuma Man, very selfless, will die for his Drow Ranger. Drow Ranger ends up dead as well, but the double kill goes the way of mind control.
Kuro walked back to the acid, could have lived. He really wanted to make sure they get the kill. Trading his life for an elk is fine. It's more a question of whether he could have lived and they get the kill without him, but hey, he makes sure they get that kill. Accepts his fate, says, I'll just walk into this acid.
And the Alchemist died before Kuroki died, so Alchemist doesn't actually get the
It looked like he was close to being off the acid as well. It's very kind of deceptive, the visuals of the acid, as to whether you're in it sometimes, so...
Yeah, unlike something like a call down or something, you don't see the actual line.
Era wants this deny miracle. You guys get denied. Era needs to be careful not to actually get picked off here, though.
And Clockwork got the kill on Wind Ranger. I don't think that should have happened, but mind control a little too far out.
Okay. Yeah.
Had some help also from the Ogre Magi. That was nice. A good kill going the way of Escape Gaming. It's 9 to 10. Let's take a look at the net worth. The Alchemist actually ahead right now, but the Alchemist should be ahead.
Yeah.
And he's actually probably not as far ahead as he should be.
Very small amount.
Yeah.
It's still a manageable game for Escape. They've got the Alchemist farmed enough. There's a big Timber Saw problem, and that's where Alchemist, even when he gets a lot of farm, and if he does start pulling ahead, it's not necessarily going to translate into a easy game for them.
Yeah.
Sure gets scouted at the Ancients, but I think he's going to just keep farming it regardless. There's the hook shots on cooldown for a little bit longer.
Smoke.
But Escape, yeah, they could smoke towards those Ancients.
And they have
If they
smoke
want
available.
to kill on mid, I imagine.
There's some people helping out the draw as well, or at least Bulba is around there just in case. There's an Omni Slash available. It does look like they want to go for a smoke.
It's level 1. At this point, Jug's probably really thinking like, nah, I want that level 2 Omni Slash, but if you gotta go fight, you gotta go fight, and a farming Drow Timber could be enough incentive to look to make a play. It also just creates space for Elk. Right now, it's more about the Elk farming than the Jug, so you need to create some space by going for a smoke rotation with your team. Well, he's not going to go with his team. They're going to go without him. They scan down bottom. They saw the dazzler. I'm not sure if they know who it is. It's not really the biggest kill for a smoke, but that's what they're looking for.
But some of them is just farming, you know? Let him farm. No? No grave? Yeah, well, it's not really. Even if he had a grave, it doesn't matter. He couldn't teleport out anyway. Oh, Bulba gets the cogs. Drow Ranger teleported as well, but it's very risky to fight in that.
Well, not back off and lose a dazzle again.
I mean, Timbersaw is still farming.
Oh yeah,
Wind Ranger is still farming.
That's totally fine. And again, it's like Matthew kind of knows, like him being down there, it's a place where it's very high chance he dies, but he's just a 5/4/5 support. His death isn't the biggest deal. He's creating space for his Timber and Drow to get more room for them to farm.
Space created. This is great. I'm going to use all those excuses when I play
game.
pubs.
Interesting to see.
And die. Well, let's see what they can do with this smoke. Pullman smoke. Wind Ranger is not with them, but is mid. Maybe they can get Kazu, lift up, maybe they Clockwork get the cog. Actually, that is the cogs of Bulba. So we all have seen Bulba's clock. He's an amazing clock. Still, though, a lot of damage with that blade mail and the battery assault. Not enough to get kills. Enough to... No, not enough to do anything, really. Liquid will just continue with the pressure and the focus fire coming out from mind control. He does not have his acronyms yet, but he is not too far off.
Yeah, and with Timber here, it's very hard to escape the fight into this. They'll see him in the front lines. He's going to tank up the creep wave to get the reactive armor proc, and now he's near unkillable.
Yep.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
They take the tower and they back off. Very patient, not overextending. Making sure they just get their objective and move out.
Continuing to farm, finding more and more on Timbersaw. There's the relic though, so 15-16 minute radiance is a good timing for an alchemist. And it's going to be all about Cloak just continuing to farm. It's still just a scary thought as to matching up against Timbersaw as an elk. Very hard to fight at any stage. You need your teammates to help deal with that at Timbersaw, and they don't have the best heroes to do it. possible. I don't know.
Any items that can fix that problem?
Silver Edge on Jug, but that's not really an ideal item pickup for Jug. Otherwise,
Orchid on
Blade
Clock?
Mill, Orchid on Clock could work. Again, I don't know if he's got
Maybe.
the farm for it.
Not right now. He went for the blade mill first, of
Yeah.
course, and
The
looks to
Blade
be
Mill
going for the force
is a good
staff next.
counter to the Timber Saw if you can sit in that chakram with it, but Kuro just saying, I don't care if you see me, I'm going in. Let's take this road. Let's take a team fight. They know how strong they are. They weave up. Timber Saw likely be on the front lines. They do get scattered again, and this ET stop could be problematic.
Alright, here they go. Kuroki knows what's coming.
Coupling of Radiance does mean he may look to join up for this fight. Kuro just says, let's keep going, no big deal.
No big deal whatsoever.
And he's got Ice Armor too, so Roche isn't even doing much to him. He's got Weave and Ice Armor.
Going
Weave
great.
wearing off.
Escape is just waiting for the right time. Oh, maybe this is the right time. Critter coming through. Hook shot up on Wind Ranger as well. Will Wind run straight away, but nobody can actually attack. Kuroki is the one attacking. He gets.
Oh, he can't on the slash.
Oh, that is very painful. And then Rubik gets picked up on the sideline, so Loba 7 to cut a liquid, but that's not too bad. This Juggernaut bought back, teleported to the tier 2. He wants to fight. He wants to help Koifa. This is his first fight with the Radiants. Get the stun up. Also, Bulba bought back a Wind Ranger now as well. They'll come back in this. Power shot to show that Mind Control is in this, looking for the right shackle. As you see Cinderin drop in, Miracle just in the front lines, trying to get those skills up there. Skill bow on these license. Could be a dieback for Era. He does not. Oh, he just turned around for it, but couldn't get it off anymore. And Yaps are just on the run. Miracle is very fast and very speedy, and he might. Ooh, I was gonna say he might just be able to get the kill, but I don't think he can. You can teleport out from that duration, so you're good.
Thought he could burst him and not need to dodge the stun, but in the end, it's a big Liquid win, a dieback for the Jug. A couple Liquid used 2 buybacks versus the one of Escape, but it was a carry buyback versus what, a support and an offlaner, the Wind Ranger I think buying back, and Jug did that twice. Roche secured, easily worth it for Liquid. They just got that good gust off. They knew they could take that fight. The Alp showing up with Radiance was perhaps a surprise that Liquid weren't maybe prepared for. That's why the fight didn't go as one-sided as they were perhaps hoping for. If you're sitting in Roshan when your opponents see you in plain sight, you're thinking that fight's going to go better, but it's still a win for them all in all. Koikba though gets a decent amount out of it. It's still time not farming. If anything, he would have got more farm overall if he wasn't at that fight just farming lanes, but he has to go to those fights if Escape want to stand a chance. The Radiance Armlet does make him fairly strong at fighting anyone that's not a Timber Saw.
Looking for a shackle, he finds it as well. They want to go for this outfit, doubles everything up on Mind Control with the focus fire, and his ultimate just ended. This might be it for Koifa indeed. Killing spree down, and he's out of the game for like 50 seconds.
Rubik with the stolen health stun, Bulba getting some nice spells off in this fight. It's level 1 even, but it's that extra bit of lockdown. DD rune on Mind Control means his tier 1 top tower likely to fall as a follow-up, and we're seeing this Timber Saw continue to just wreck them every single fight. Miracle, not godlike yet, but he's making sure his team continue to dominate.
Well, this is going to be a tough one for Escape to pull out, to be honest. It's all going to come down to Koikpa, I believe. Koikpa, Era maybe a little bit as well, but Era has had kind of a bit of a setback there with dieback rather.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So they gotta just be patient, wait the game out. And that's not really where they want to be with their lineup, because the late game of Liquid is pretty good too.
Dire's bottom
17 Bloodstone charges on Miracle. He's just farming in front of the base of Escape, no problem. He knows he's fine. Defends his own tier 1 tower as well. There's no tower down yet on the side of Team Liquid.
Cinderin looking for the TP out, moving quick as a cancel. So yeah, tower up to tower falling. Miracle can just go chasing into any fight he wants, and this is looking very hard for Escape to bring back, even with an Alchemist farming
Ooh. Hurricane Pike done on Kuroki.
Okay. No.
We also have Yule Scepter done on the other Titan.
Does Wind Range have a 4-star?
Wind Ranger, well, he had to buy back. He was very close to getting his axe, and then he bought back and
Interesting.
got set back, so he doesn't have anything really yet.
I feel like maybe they only now have a 4-star. That's where the last couple fights also were tough for them. Either Drow or Wind Ranger needed to perhaps rush one, and ideally the Wind Ranger does, because she's more the utility hero in the off lane. You can go into your DPS after, get the axe, get your blink. But the Clockwork's just getting 3 kills on Wind Ranger. I mean, that last fight he just took the Wind Ranger and there was no living, no escape for him.
No.
But still, game's going fine for Liquid.
Dire's
And
top tower
they
is
go into the
under
mid game
attack.
here. They've got the Alk problem under control.
Yeah. What is it going to use next for Miracle?
Let's take a Shivers, or I don't think you need Lotus Orb this game. Like
he goes
maybe
Blink.
even a Blink Dagger. Oh, I was about to say, yeah, he picked up a Plate Mail, so Blink is really good just because you can go blinking in, maximize your damage output. The Plate Mail means when he blinks in, because he might not have any reactive armor up, he still has a good amount of armor to not die to a Juggernaut Omnislash.
Yeah. This can still be fairly scary as it is level 2 Omnislash.
Yeah.
1700 gold again up for Era. He started to recover from
Sort of
buyback.
recovering, and he needs that Manta as soon as possible.
He gets in. He wants to go for Cinnamon. Nice multicast. Is it enough though? Timbersaw gets no. He doesn't get the kill, and that's where you would want to use. Stop Cinnamon from teleporting out.
Yeah, a lot of people peeping in front of his face. You have to cancel that ET stun that we've seen locking down.
Boots of travel are. Oh, never mind. Teleport was there. Clicked on the wrong target. So yeah, another person teleporting out. But I mean, you just wouldn't have fixed that one with the blade.
He's stopping them farming. He's farming himself. It's not really hurting Miracle that he doesn't get those kills. It's just he'd like to get them, of course.
6-0. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I know. I thought it'd be got like by 20 minutes. What's
This
happening?
is true.
His teammates KS. 3 assists. What is this? Bulba in a couple of those fights has somehow got the kills, and then, I don't know. I blame Bulba for it.
Escape is starting to be more evasive of fights.
Yeah.
They started out wanting to try and do something, but then they realized, well, let's not do that. They did the thing that you said they should. They should just avoid Timbersaw. They have been. They are trying to find the easy kills instead, like this one on Matumba Man, who is trying to stay alive, but is just not able to do it. He just bought time, but oh! The stun mid Timber Chain. Cinnamon is still dead though.
When you see this Timbersaw, run like hell.
Yep. But that was, I mean, that was all Cinderen's doing. Sorry, all Matumba Man's doing.
Yeah,
Because
pulls him
he
in.
just bought time.
And that's where the Boots of
Dire's
Travel is really
top
good.
tower
You try and
is
avoid
under
him and go for other kills. Matu can, Miracle can always TP in and turn them around.
Pretty solid era. We bought all up. Doesn't need any buybacks anymore. Doesn't want to do that. Rather has the ultimate orb. 40 seconds until his buyback cooldown is there again though. Yep. And all the lanes are, almost all the lanes are pushed out in favor of Team Liquid. We do have an Alchemist infestation on the top lane. Oh, he wants to chase it. Can you kill him actually with Chemical Range though?
Is there stun? I think he can just TP out, but he also can just run. That's another option. But Drowsy found.
Yeah, in the meantime they get the throw ranger. Timbersaw blinks in as well, wants to get Kezu, does get him in return, but they both
Get one kill, Timber shows up and he punishes you. Every
Yeah.
time Escape's getting a kill, Timber's rocking up to punish.
I mean, he was just here a second ago, and it's all of a sudden he blinks up, but he's right there. Well,
Maybe see. I wonder where you get him. I think he just goes damage output next, be it a
Dire's top tower
Octarine
is
Core,
under attack.
Dagon, or the Ag Scepter. Whatever, anything that gives you more burst damage.
no use.
It's nice, but he's gonna get 6 slotted so fast. I think it's just like an item slot.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
It's possible. I think there's so many good items to get on Timbersaw. It's hard to realize what's maybe the best.
Shackle?
Miracle will help set it up. There's the heals on him. And Mind Control doesn't have any kind of initiation.
No, he needs Blink or Force or something like that so that he can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Akuria! Right clicks over Timbersaw, not really something to write home about. Again, stun, TP out, is it enough? He can't get out again. That's the
you
third
might be onto
time.
something with this Yule still.
That is the third time Cinnamon did that right in front of the nose.
It's just the item slot issue, but the Yule's is definitely going to stop those TPs out.
It depends on how frustrated Miracle is with that, right?
It's like how much you care about not getting a killer support Ogre Magi. Like
Yeah.
it's not you're not losing the game because you're not killing an Ogre Magi.
True.
But
But again, they're actually doing really well.
they're crashing. Well, Alchemist is still topping that work, but he's up there by himself. Jug is not a non-issue still. What is he? I think he bought a Shivers recipe, I believe, on the courier for Alchemist. Because he lost a small amount of gold. The Alchemist, the liquid side.
Alchemist is better.
Also now, Timbersaw. What am I talking about Alchemist though? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names.
Confused.
Early in the morning.
It's okay. Ooh, correct. Well, that was a little bit obvious also. But yeah, it is a Shiva's Guard recipe coming out, so
Damage.
not frustrated by Cinnamon.
Yeah, a bit of damage before. It's just the aura is really nice against the Jug Alpha too.
Oh, we got a
Just
gem up.
slow. Game's looking pretty cruisy for Liquid as much as the kill score. You see the kill score, you see Alk at #1 net worth, and you're thinking, oh, this game's not that one-sided. I mean, yeah, even the net worth different. Nothing looks like it's that one-sided, but it's more, how will you ever stop Timbersaw from destroying you? Their only reason it's close is because they're avoiding fights and farming.
Oh, the shackle. There's no way that he can get alive out of that one. He has buyback, but yeah, what are you gonna do against that?
Eventually, Liquid will find pickups like that. Koikva's played a great game. He hasn't been dying until like right now, and that's why this game is close, because he's avoided all the ganks. But at some point, you have to fight, and no mana farm in my mind makes them ready to fight against the Timbersaw. Arcane Rune, Timbersaw, his Wet Dream.
That is like the worst rune to see on a Miracle Timbersaw if you're on the side of this game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, again. No TP on this time. It's annoying.
Take the tower a bit.
Yeah, we got the Ags on the Wind Ranger so they can take the tower. Focus fire that down.
Alk is still dead, so they haven't got the acid spray to help with the defense. Anyone who comes near, this game's blinked on by Miracle. Will blink in through some spells. Yappy.
Yep, Yappy dead. Yep, Yappy very dead.
Yeah, it's ugly.
Focus fire, and we get the rag. Hook shot in. Ooh, Kazu, he wants to go for this one, but he gets silenced up and stunned with the Centaur still there as well.
He's gonna walk into the fight.
Yeah, Era still has his Omni Slash, but wants to save it for the right moment and wants to save it so that he can actually kill someone. Perhaps he uses it on the Timbersaw, but Timbersaw's Shiva's guard is there, so...
They're tickled.
Yeah.
And he's got a very short respawn with 22 Bloodstone charges. Yeah.
And he has very high regen, he doesn't even...
What am I talking about? They're not killing him once anyways.
No. They're actually not. That was one lane of racks down. In the meantime, maybe do something on the bottom lane. They're just gonna go back. They're just gonna go back. Why not? They don't have any pressure to try and put themselves in danger by going for that bottom Rex as well, so they might just recuperate. Hey, look at that. Maybe getting Aegis.
Why? Why not?
Why not?
Miracle's finally godlike. I'm disappointed it didn't happen sooner here. It's a terrible game for Miracle. He's
Yeah.
an absolute burden on this Timbersaw.
I'm disappointed.
You need to kick him already and find a better mid player. Kura should just play mid. He's better carry than Matthew. He's better mid than Miracle, I'm sure.
I'm gonna
Just clone
tweet at him.
Kuroki. 5 Kurokis win TI7.
Miracle, please. It took you 27 minutes to get godlike. The plot is better than that. Sorry. I didn't actually teach him anything, but oh well. Nice Aegis, throw Ranger gets it, makes sense. And they can just go again on bottom lane. Yep. Miracle's already cleaning the creeps out, making sure that everybody at the escape is scared to death and sitting inside their base.
Yeah, they have a DD, so they definitely... I think they're on a fight. I guess some people are doing shopping trips and whatnot. If they're out fighting.
Shopping trips. Blink Dagger now also for a mind control, I like that.
Yep.
1700 golds to boot.
Yeah, Kurt's gonna farm with the DD, I guess.
Yeah.
No big deal. Not like an essential pick up out for high ground pushes. Miracle probably saying I want my Ags. And he's got it.
He actually does have it. No buyback, but no buyback needed because he's not going to be dead, and even if he would die, he would be alive almost straight after.
Yeah.
So he's fine. He can buy out. And he's very fast as well, so he can get to the other side of the map in no time. If he wants to be. Even has boots to travel, so there he is. Let's see what they can do, and if Escape has an answer, because...
Smoking around from the side, they want to get the back lines.
Quick fire, a little bit
Here comes the smoke from the
surprise.
north. Looks like I went that.
Oh! Let's see, Dazzle's a lot. Nice shackle, that's a Juggernaut. Focus fire instantly lifts as well. That's already Tickets on dead. No buyback for Era. Wind Ranger is gonna get hit by that Earth Splitter, but I'm not sure if that's gonna make a difference. Cinder no stun TP out this time. And Miracle is beyond godlike with a double kill, and now goes for Koikfa. Yapsor and Koikfa, the only two left alive for their team.
Turn that Radiance on now. Come on.
Yep.
It's kind of bad synergy with the ET stomp just because it wakes them up. So it is a nice play to turn it off sometimes.
Yeah.
Stall, but they need the damage.
They really do.
Miracle's just... I think he's behind. He's near the fountain, Miracle. That Timbersaw is stoning people back, and now he comes back and he's like, oh, okay, I'll kill the Alpha. Sure, why not?
Stuck to his own Mega style region. Micro getting the right angle in. There's a buyback on the Alchemist, but really, unfortunately for Escape Gaming, this loss could mean the end of their Boston Major dreams. As them losing this game will put them on 5 losses. And there's only some weird, funky scenario where there are multiple teams with 4 wins and 5 losses. And when I say multiple, I actually mean like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Right.
When there's a chance of a tiebreaker, and that is just very unlikely that will happen. And they are aware of that. Aaron not getting the kill there with the Omni Slash. Mind Control also still, never mind. He does die in the end. They get a kill, but they lose all their heroes. They have got the Alchemist here who fought back, and he is gonna die again with Cinder last one alive. GG well played is cold, and
That's it.
that's it. Escape Gaming.
Yeah, Liquid looking good. How many teams have 5 wins now? Because I feel like
Secret has 5 wins.
Secret of 5, and didn't have 5.
Liquid has
Liquid
5.
now, that's their 5th. And the VP of 5, then you're out of your 4 wins only.
VP have 5.
So I think all those teams with 4 wins are officially eliminated now. Because